Hello. This is actually my 5th trip to Russia and to Moscow in, I think, 3 years. And I love it every time I come here. It's great. And I'm starting to find my way around a little bit, but I don't understand any of the language except for spasiba. And it's useful. So today I'm going to talk about the security and our view on where, security, it starts with identity. So this is really what we are working on. Traditionally, when you are managing your accounts, you're used to have this account-based security, meaning that you will have a user who's requesting some access. So they will send in an approval request, and you would have someone who look into that and approve this access, a line manager or a system owner. And after that, it will be provisioned. And now you have a user who actually have access to the system and can work normally. Now, this needs to be governed by the company. The company needs to know who is it that have access to the system. Is this really the user still working here? So it's a lot of this governance that needs to take place. And then when the user leaves the company, of course, you need to disable the account. Or when the user change position, get a new role within the company, it also needs to disable some of the old accesses. But also then you start all over again, apply for the new access. So this is the whole, life cycle management with account. And this is fine, but this needs to be done for every single user, for every single account. And this can be a lot of work, a lot of things to look after. And you see the guys there. There is one that is actually a king with a nice crown. It's the King of Sweden. That actually symbolizes the privileged user. The user who have access, with all the admin rights. So those accounts need to go through the same workflow system, the whole life cycle. And this leaves a lot of work, to have control of all of that. And really what the bad guy is looking for is how to get access to some of these accounts. And especially, it's very easy, the human error, you have not control of a person who left. And then the bad guys, they know this. This is exactly what they want to find, some opening, some vulnerability, and especially they want to find these privileged accounts. So, instead, if you would look at it from an identity-centric management, where you will, instead of just having to deal with the whole life cycle of an application or an account, look at the identity. And then you have all the underlying accounts that the identity have access to. And you can unify this whole process when it comes to the approval, the provisioning, and most of all, the governance, so that you easily can see, from a system, who is it that have access to the system, and especially we're looking into the identity. And what you need to do is to get, all your different applications. These can be, the old applications, legacy applications, home developed systems, or even if you're starting to use cloud applications. If you can get, a unified process to control over that, your governance, will be up to date, and then you will, be able to prove to your security department that you are actually complying with all your internal security regulations. And this, of course, goes as well with the privileged. So one identity can be a user and have user entitlements as well as privileged entitlements. And you need to manage these in the same way. Now, if you have control of this, it will make it a lot harder for these bad guys actually to get access into here. So you will have a lot more control of this. So this is what we see, with identity-based security. And what do you need then in order to get this control? Well, first of all, you need a top-notch identity and access governance system, the red piece there. So the identity manager system, that's where you do the actual, the provisioning, where you have the governance solution, where you can get all the reports and finding out exactly, who has right access to where. And you can prove it. When you're having an audit, you can pull this and you can prove it. And then when you have the privilege side, you do the controlling of who have access to all this, sysadmin. What is happening within these accounts? So what you want to do is you want to protect, you want to monitor, and you want to analyze. And looking into our solution here, which is called Safeguard, we have a full suite of these privilege solutions. We have the password vaulting, the session monitoring, and also the analytics, so that you can determine if the person is really a person and doing the user behaving. You can see if that person who is logging into a sensitive system, if he's doing, writing, typing in the same pace as he normally does, or if this could be a robot trying, going very quickly. So it's kind of being able to analyze and see, is this really the person who claims he is? So in order to do this, the total identity security, to have this integrated so that in an identity governance system, you can also govern your privileged user. And from the privileged side, you want to have the privileged identities, not just the privileged accounts. This is what we at One Identity can offer to you, because we are offering the complete identity solutions with the identity governance systems. And I know that you're going to hear today some really good examples of our customers who have managed to implement this and get this automated. Like Ian was mentioning before, with this out-of-the-box connectors that we have to all the different systems that you need. And also for the privileged, how we're able to monitor and control what is happening in your accounts. What are these admins doing in there? And how can you prove that the right person actually has the access and that there are not orphan accounts or something bad happening within your system? And then we have something in the bottom there. It says active roles. This is a part that is protecting the Active Directory. It's not going to talk so much about this now, but that's also part of the portfolio that we're working with. And this is specifically for our customers who have very Active Directory-centric solutions, and they need to protect their Active Directory users in the same way as a full-blown identity manager system, but maybe wants to start in one piece, and that is really securing the Active Directory. So we're not going to present a lot about that today, but you're very welcome if you're interested to find out more, to talk to us at One Identity or our partners about this, because this is also something that's really interesting. So this is what our company, our offering to allow you to get this whole identity security. And of course, you see some nice blue dots there. There are more to it than just these two sections, because there are what we call microservices in terms of two-factor authentication, so that you really can do the secure logins. There's password manager that allows your users to manage their own passwords in an easy way. And you have the connectors that can allow you to connect with the different systems here, but a lot out-of-the-box functionality. So this is like the overview, and I'm going to head over now, because to Oleg. And I hope that you will have a really good day today and learn a lot about how you can introduce this full identity security. Thank you.